Hi, good morning everyone to San Juan, Puerto Rico Convention Center for the World 8-Ball Championships here in San Juan. And with me is no other than Tim de Ruyter, member of the Dutch team, the strong Dutch team. And we got a
Souto wins the lag.
really nice matchup with two young players. Souto from Jonas Souto from Spain and Max Lechner from Austria. Hi Tim, how you doing this morning?
Good. How are you?
I'm fine. Ready for some great 8-ball matches. Trying to figure out the path the players are taking, which is not so easy. And this is the big key in this tournament. I mean, this World Championships is the break. It's just a so huge factor in playing 8-ball team. I don't know what percentage we would put, how important it is in this format, but it's way above 70, I would think. Percent.
Yeah, he did squat the cue ball nicely though, but I didn't really feel he gave it everything he's got, you know. So
you gotta give everything, because I feel like you gotta hit him like you might as well fly the table, because if you don't make a ball, it's like there's so many options. It's like giving ball in hand.
yeah, it's like if you fly off the table, it's the same as having a dry break and having a cue ball perfect in the center of the table. They will run out anyway, so doesn't matter. So I'd like to go stripes. Played a nice little bump to open that 15 up, and was always guaranteed to be on the 12 too, so it was a good shot. And not really much work to do, just that the 8 doesn't go in the bottom left corner. You see the 4 balls blocking the 8, so needs to make sure he gets to the other side.
Yeah, I know a lot of European players are really strong in 8-ball. I know the Spaniards play a lot of 8-ball in Spain, and I know Max, you know, all-around good player. Play a lot of straight ball. It helps playing 8-ball, I guess. Oh no, I don't guess, but I mean that's what it does. You know, the patterns. It helps you.
Well, and also like we have in Europe, we have a lot of other events too. I know in Austria they have different events. We have European Championships every year in multiple disciplines. So I think that makes the players a little bit more complete. And to really shine there, you have to be an all-around player. And I play with Max in a Bundesliga team in Germany, Roddorf. And yeah, he plays all the games well.
Yeah, he's a steady player. Really nice guy. Down to earth.
Yeah, recently finished second in
Yeah.
the US Open, so
Almost took down his first really major tournament.
yeah, he was close before reaching the final of the 9-ball International Open.
You're right, yeah.
So he's definitely knocking on the door, and yeah, I do expect him to win something soon though. He's too good not to win a tournament somewhere.
He's gonna draw first blood here. If he's gonna go on and win this tournament. The one who's gonna win this championships really needs to have a good break, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
I mean, when it's gonna come down to the last 4 or 8 players, we're gonna have a good look at which ones they are, and then see who's gonna break well. They're gonna go to grab that title. Let's see, have a good look at Max break.
Yeah, he usually does have a pretty strong break, so I wouldn't be too surprised if he really fires the cue ball. Here we have the venue. Amazing setup. 29-foot Apex Predator tables and 24 7-foot Predator Apex tables, and everybody's been pretty happy this week, so including myself. I had a lot of fun being out there.
Yeah, it's amazing when it is top 3 for me in all the years I've been traveling, playing pool or being around pool. It's just perfect size for it.
No,
It's a
big
good
break. Made 2 balls. Just a little unfortunate that that small little cluster stayed around the 8. And then the 14 adds up to it. But just look at the cue ball. And yeah, good impact.
It was a good break. You know what I did break different in 8 ball, and let's say if you compare 10 ball. 10 ball and 8 ball is that I aim higher on the cue ball on the break.
To go a little bit more forward after the break.
Because I want more impact on the balls than I do in 10 ball. If I want to break in 10 ball, I'm kind of focusing more on squatting the cue ball. In 8 ball, I want to put more in the center of the cue ball, so I get more power on the balls. And it really helped me my 8 ball break when I was playing a lot of 8 ball. I could tell the difference.
Well, it really makes a big difference, the strategy behind the break too. Here you're just trying to make a ball, and that's by probably breaking as hard as you can.
Yeah.
Compared to where in 10 ball, you don't really have to do that. Most of the time you're trying to squat the cue ball as well for bigger chance for position. So now he's running into those balls.
Nicely done.
Yeah, he went this way because most of the time he would get the 15 after. Well, now he's got a little lucky to get on the 14, but he will now probably open up the 11, maybe bump it to the center of the table, have the 15, shoot the 11, 9, 8, and then he's up 2-0. Good speed.
It seems like every match I commentated so far, it's always one player who's going to draw first blood and run 2-3 racks and put the pressure on the other player. Well, this match it looks like Max is the one who is going to do that.
Well, if you compare the 2 breaks we've seen now, one from Jonas and the other one from Max, you have to say that Max's break was a lot more powerful, and that will always give him the advantage in this match.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
From the start.
I mean, so far the big players with the big breaks looks like they're gonna be up there fighting for the title. You got Shane Van Boning, Kupin Yi, he's ran 5-6 racks already. Chang probably, defending champion, although it was 10 years ago. It was held back in Fujairah.
Yeah, but it was interesting to see when I was playing Chang that he was also struggling with making balls on the break. Like it didn't really come along easy.
Yeah. Well, I'm not saying nobody's making it look easy. I'm just saying the big breakers.
Well, I've seen like guys like Petri Makkanen,
Yeah.
of course Jeffrey DeLuna, like those guys, they were breaking really good. Like I've barely seen him make a dry break in general. So yeah, that's what makes this tournament very interesting too. There's not just 3 guys that's going to be an outsider or being a favorite to win the tournament. There's a lot of players that could get their first major win here because it's 8 ball.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is not only a breaking contest. It's, you know, the pressure is there always. Like you're expecting the players to get out pretty much. I don't know, 90%. I mean, the great players, 90% of the time. You know, you think it's only a breaking contest. Obviously, the break is huge, but at the same time, you got that pressure. You got to run out.
Yeah.
As well. You know, you have to run out when the tables are open. Then sooner or later, it's gonna come down to those few racks where it's gonna be tough to run out. Then you have to have the skills, the correct patterns.
Yeah, knowledge, patterns.
Here's a look at Jonas from Spain.
Obviously has been playing very good too lately. He's been having good results. A lot of quarterfinals, last 16, so I would say his time still has to come.
I actually met him in Spain just for a holiday a few years ago, Tim. I was in the island of Mallorca, where I go to vacation a lot. My brother used to live there, and he lives in Ibiza, or on Ibiza. So that's not far away from Mallorca. And we had a game of pool. I borrowed one of his cues, and now he's on tour regularly. Good break, might come up dry. I made a 6.
I felt he did take a little bit of speed off that break. I felt a little bit like he was more cue ball aware, but still, look at just the
So
spread
much
and
movement, yeah. I'm impressed by his break. It's like it's not as hard, obviously, like some of the players, but it's a fast impact on it, and that's
Yeah,
gives
he has-
a really good spread. See,
yeah, and he has a big stroke on that break too, which usually creates a lot more speed instead of power, which, yeah, there's different ways to break.
Yeah.
Some people have a really short swing, like a really short stroke, and they put, and because they're strong or like the timing is right, they can put a lot of power in the break. And then there's players that use a very long stroke to create speed. Well, and that's how you usually like get the nice spread and the balls moving. So yeah, there's different styles too.
yeah. The thing was, I was commentating on Petri Makkonen's match, and I mean he breaks like. I think he might break the hardest of all the players in the
I
world.
mean,
I'm like hard-wise, if you have a speed gun. But
Yeah,
the thing
yeah.
is, I'm thinking sometimes he breaks too hard.
Yeah.
Like he doesn't get the same impact on the balls, you know.
Well,
I don't know how to explain. It's just a matter of the way he.
yeah, I mean, you know, for example, Mark Bijsterbosch too. Like,
Yeah.
there's this Dutch player, Mark Bijsterbosch, has an amazing break, but sometimes when he's like crushing him, he hits him so hard that the first ball in front of the rack starts to jump like almost off the table, and the impact is gone. Just so he learned throughout the years that sometimes he has to just take a little bit off and then have better results, which feels strange because usually you would think the other way. I have to break harder to make something
Yeah.
happen. For him, it's breaking a little softer. This was a good shot. Try to get as close as he could to the
Meanwhile,
13.
Max, he's dialed in. I think he's playing through this rack like perfectly.
Yeah, so
You know,
9,
he's
10,
yeah.
15, and the 8 in the bottom right corner, I think.
He's gonna leave the 15 for last side pocket.
Yeah, we'll need a good positional shot from the 15 to the 8 though. Maybe running into the 1 softly or trying to find the gap between the 1, 2.
It was funny. Yesterday I was commentating with Mark White, and I said, you know what Ralph was playing? I said, you know, Ralph ran 27 racks practicing for the IPT back in 2006. He's like looking at me like I was crazy, right? Because he was running 5. Ralph did yesterday, and he said he had a look and he said, yeah, maybe it is possible. Then we talked to Ralph afterwards, and I said 28, but Ralph said no, it wasn't 28, it was 27 racks he ran. So meanwhile, 15 here needs to find the gap in between 1 and 2. It's okay.
Yeah, he did play it with the speed that if he bumped the 2 or the 1, he would be on the 8. And perfect run out here
Yeah.
from Max. Starting very well. He's on a 3-pack right now.
He's gonna take a break right quick.
And Jonas
Oh,
is
he's
trying to leave the arena
Taking a break.
and is taking a little time
yeah,
out.
he
So
wants he wants that rhythm to.
Sir.
He wants to disturb Max rhythm, and we'll go for a short break, and me and Tim will be right back. So welcome back everybody to the convention center here in San Juan, Puerto Rico for the World 8 Ball Championships brought to you by Predator. And today we will crown some World Championships champions in the junior divisions. Later on tonight they're playing the semifinals over there, as you can see. And on our main table, Mad Max Lechner from Austria is putting on a clinic with running the first 3 racks against Jonas Souto from Spain. And there's a few other matches going on. It's for example, let me see, Rompan and the young Finn is playing Ronald Regli from Switzerland. Regli is up 2-0 that match. Jason Klatt from Canada, he's 1 game apiece against Al Shaheen Omar. Dennis Grabe is up. Our man Tony Robles is playing. No, excuse me, that was, this today? Yeah.
That is today.
Yup.
Yeah, that was the thing. If I had beaten Yap yesterday, I would have played
really?
Tony. Yeah.
Wow, that
the
would have
battle of the commentators would have been really funny.
That would have been a TV match. I would have hoped. Ralph Suke, the 8-ball maestro, against Akagariyama from Japan. Here comes Jonas back after his break.
Good, sir.
Trying to stop the bleeding of.
Yeah, I definitely think he took that time out to slow Max down, to make sure he didn't really get that momentum and run 8. I mean, I would not be surprised if he has a dry break here, just because of that. Like, it could happen.
See,
did lose a cue ball a bit, but made a 5. Yeah, I apologized there. Knew he could have scratched, and well, again, again looks not too tough. Like it's.
He didn't hit him as good as he did the other ones, but still with a good pop, good impact on them balls, and with an open rack again.
Yeah, just if he goes for the solids, that 2 ball might be a little tough.
Yeah,
but I think I do like the solids just because you have a nice starter with the 7. You can go 7 from the 1 to the 2. I think the 2 does go past the 8, so that's easier. So if he can get straight on the 1, he rolls up for the 2, comes down.
It's optional. Both stripes and solids are looking neat. There's no problem. So it's just a matter of preference, personal preference. Looks like Max got total control of his tables. You know, like he's got the patterns down. He can see the patterns. You know, sometimes the 8-ball he overthink, but it doesn't look like he. You know, he's in the zone, so to say. Well, he can see the patterns.
We are playing with a 30-second shot clock too, which I think is extremely tough.
Yeah.
I mean, I was in this situation the first match to where I'm playing 8-ball. Now there was a little trouble on the table here and there, and 30 seconds sometimes is not enough at all. Like, it's really not. Yeah. So that means that he's obviously really in gear right now, because you don't really run 3 or 4 if, like, with a shot clock that fast. Like, it's tough.
So he's gonna play the 6.
Yeah, just roll up a little bit to get a little bit more straight on the 4.
Nicely done. Yeah, sometimes you need some more time. I mean, you have 1 extension per rack, but like you said, sometimes you really need to figure out shots. But it's the same for both players. You know, I mean, what are you gonna say? You know, it's easy for me to sit here and commentate and say there's enough time. You know, it's just a discussion. You know, it is what it is. It's the same for both players.
Yep.
I know it's tough. Sometimes you gotta think like super fast, because 8-ball has got those layouts sometimes where you really need to figure it out, the shots.
Well, they do have 60 seconds after the break though, so that does really help a lot more. And then this 8-ball, And he's on a 4-pack now. Max Lechner.
Making it look easy. Looks like he's got that breakdown. Always like this plays a big part. And Jonas won the lag, broke dry, and he's in his chair, being down 4-0. Yeah, these championships, these world championships, you gotta just figure out that this, if you get a chance at the table, you need to take it. You need to string racks. You need to put pressure on your opponent.
Well, on the other note, we are playing winner's break, and 4-0 does not really say much in these races to 8. I've seen it already many times. I had it twice that I was down 4-0 and came back. I've seen it around myself a lot this week. So I would not be surprised if Jonas somewhere scrapes a couple games in.
Cue ball.
Yeah, and made
Dry
another
break. There is opportunity for
yeah.
Jonas.
Yeah, I felt like he did. Oh, he did make a ball on the break, and they didn't see it.
Watch out. Referee's Dwayne Payne is coming. Yeah, he made a ball.
Yeah, he's just making sure that, like, he did make a ball on the break.
I thought also he's gonna come up dry.
Yeah, both players, they didn't even see it. Yeah, I mean, I was at first I was like, I thought something went in, and then Jonas came to the table.
That was weird. I wonder what would happen if Jonas would have played.
Yeah, I mean, obviously he wasn't trying to do anything, and same for Max. Like they both didn't know.
I mean, well, I wonder what would happen if he would have played Jonas.
No, I mean, I think that's just then you just continue like it is. You know, it's.
I mean, the referee got involved. I guess it's the player's responsibility. It's, in this case, Max's responsibility to pay attention to the table that he's made one ball. I would guess, you know, let's say if the players were playing without referee. Meanwhile, that's huge.
10 seconds.
It's huge difference being able to run out on the table. Instead, Jonas is back in the seat.
Well, it's so far it's tough to be disappointed for Jonas. Only had one dry break. And is possibly down 5-0 now. Max might choose to run into the 11. Could also choose to play with inside and leave the 3 for the top left corner. And then the 4 as a backup.
Yeah, that's probably the correct shot.
Just would have liked to be a little bit more straight on the 6. But that's me. I think he's still okay though. Can play it soft with inside. Oh.
Ooh. He brushed it. It's perfect now on the 3.
Oh, I outshoot the 4 now.
Yeah, the 4 or the 3, I don't know. Depends.
Yeah, I just think that shooting the 3 after is easier to go to the 7. But yeah, this was a little tricky. Could have pushed the 4 and the 11 together and be in trouble. So caught a little roll.
Making it look easy.
Yeah, so now probably between the 9 and the 10. Or can he play with a lot of inside and go really up table, just go past the 9?
And the thing here is, even if you're up 5 or 6 or 7, nothing. Even if in that kind of a lead, it's never like you feel comfortable, like you have this match in your pocket, so to say.
No, you know.
Because the players are so good and so strong that they can run 8 racks from behind, or just put a 5 or 6 racks without not without a problem, but I mean it's very possible.
Yeah, so he's on a 5-pack right now.
Tyler Steyer is on the table. He's playing Salas. Homan. Thorsten Homan is on. He's playing Śnigoki from Poland. He's down 4-1. Homan is. Kazakis 2-0 up against Said. Mickey Krause, who played late last night against another Japanese, Yoshiaka. Krause is down 3-1. Meanwhile, back at main table, Mad Max Lechner is on a 5-pack here. Dry break from Souto on the opening rack. And he hasn't left his chair.
Well, how amazing would that be if he
Runs 8.
Yeah, really, that would be incredible.
He just needs.
But first he needs to get on 6. Let's see what he does in the break. Nice quad. Oh, almost made the 12, and this one's going to be dry.
That's gonna be dry.
But then again, I feel like he just
He's counting.
now he was
Now
just
it-
making sure that he would stay at the table if he made
Jonas
one.
is even laughing. He'll be
Yeah,
happy.
almost made the 11 or the 12. Just felt like he was taking more speed off the break the more he was breaking.
He's gonna missing the head ball. I think flew a little bit to the right side of the table, so to say, the cue ball.
So I do like the solids here. If you make the 3 in the corner, you can leave from the 5 to the 4 a nice angle to run into the 1 with the 2 ball as a backup. Or he's shooting. Oh, okay, he's shooting the 5 ball first. It's even better if you can hold the cue ball just next to the 15.
That could have.
He might. I think he can cut the 4. It's not easy, but
Run into the 1.
yeah, call it the 4 ball. You know, if he makes it, he always opens up the 1. And he's most likely to be on the 6 or the 3. Oh,
Oh no. That's a mistake. Unforced error.
maybe
Watch
lucky
out.
behind that.
Watch out. Ooh. Almost locked him by an 8. Yeah, he's been in his chair. You could tell, kind of, right? Ice cold.
Yeah. Yeah, so the only shot Max has is this 11 ball. And now Jonas opened up that 9 ball. The only thing I would pay attention to is getting on the 14, but besides that, good opportunity.
Yeah, this 11, huge.
Can he go in between the 10 and the rail? No, he's checking up for the 12 in the side.
I think it's in, right?
Yeah, good
Middle
shot.
of the pocket, nice shot. Well controlled cue ball. Jonas. He had his opportunity there, but you know, you've been in your seat for 5 racks. It's not the easiest thing to come out and
Playing for the 14 in the side, possibly. Oh, he tried to bump it out. Ooh. Not too sure what I think about that. Could have played for the 14 in the left side pocket, and then he was on the 9. So we'll have to shoot the 9 ball.
or
Or
just
the
13 or what is it, 15?
Oh yeah, 13 does
Yeah.
go apparently.
10 seconds.
Referee called 10 seconds in the middle of his shot. That's brutal. Well, that's 6. He needs to play. Sometimes you gotta play that clock, shot clock. You gotta figure out, pay attention where it is, so you don't get disturbed from the referee. If he got disturbed, I don't know, or he's missed it.
Well, at some point you just know they're gonna tell you during the shot. Like when I was playing, I would be looking around, and then at some point, like let's say on 13 seconds, I would drop down, and then I already knew that they were gonna say it in
Yeah.
like soon. So I just already prepared myself for it to happen. I think that's a nice way of dealing with the 10 seconds. They have to let you know, so there's no way they're not gonna do it.
10 seconds.
Yeah, opportunity here. He needs to run these balls out to score his first point. Four ball.
10 seconds.
Watch out. He overran this. He's on top of that 6 ball now. Obviously make this out a lot tougher.
Oh, and he needs to go 2 rails, miss the 13, and get on the
Oh, watch
6-1,
out.
and that's. Oh, he might be lucky to get the 6 inside, or the 1 in the side. Well,
Lost his cue ball again.
yeah, a little lucky.
Back in line. He's got a shot on the 1 here easily down the rail. Score his first point in this match. Lose a side match, so the loser in this match is out of this World Championships. The winner moves on with opportunity to reach the last 32 players who will play a single elimination. Yeah, that's the goal. These big championships is to reach that. We'll go for a short break and we'll be right back.
You got a break.
So we're back in action here in San Juan for a men's matchup. Jonas Souto from Spain with a break against Mad Max Lechner from Austria. He's down 5-1, breaking off the all-important break. Pay attention. Good break, but nothing.
Just a little soft. Felt like the timing was not really nice there. Still a nice controlled cue ball and almost made the 9 or the 11. Well, and a little bit more of a challenge for Max. But I'm pretty sure he's going to play stripes and go from the 11 straight down for the 12
Yeah.
maybe.
If he clears that 12, it's all in the open, I think.
Yeah, if he plays a 12 and runs softly into the 6, bump it
Yeah.
out and get on the 10, then and the 13 could possibly be a little bit annoying to get position on. Yeah, great opportunity, and
Let's see what path he's gonna go. If he's gonna come down for a 12, the first thing he does, or weigh his option and come down later.
yeah, Jonas has to worry a little bit now because 6-1 is kind of a
Pushing
big
it,
gap. Yeah, it's
pushing the
kind.
needle.
You don't want to go that far.
You don't want to
know,
give
like,
him too much of a lead.
I don't like to give my opponent 6 on the wire, 5 on the wire. You know, that's a little bit too much.
2 dry breaks. Yeah, you need a tool to where you make a lot of balls on the break. I mean, feel comfortable making balls on the break. I think it's good. It's perfect on this. Play it with a high ball, remove the 6. It doesn't matter if the 6 moves to the corner, the other side of the table. It's not going to be in the way for his stripe balls. It's
Yeah,
nice.
was always going to be fine there.
So let's see how he's gonna.
10, 9, 15, 13, 14, 8. I think that might be my option.
That's why he's taking some time. He's making sure how is he gonna come up to that 13 ball. So land good on his 15. Oh, he's coming down for that 13. Nicely done.
Yeah, just because that 13 was more tough to get on than that 15.
It's a good choice from him. Now he's got the 14, then leave the 15 and then the 8. Nicely done from Max. Needs to stop. He's got a slight angle. I think he can draw it out of there.
Well, it's either draw or cheat the pocket a little bit and go with topspin forward. Toughest thing for him is to reach. He's tall, but I don't think he's that tall.
Yeah, he kind of lost the cue a tad. He wanted more angle. There it is.
Oh, he
Nice.
went to the other side
Nicely
and
done.
very nice on the 15. Now probably a little stun. Could shoot the 8 in the top right corner or the right side pocket, and
That's a good shot. Made it look easy.
yeah, I feel a little bit for Jonas. It's not like he broke horrible twice. It's just not completely it. It's
Not good enough. It takes a lot of precise hit on the first, the first main ball. How do you say it?
the first ball.
Yeah, the
Mm,
first
the
the
head
head
ball-
ball.
head ball.
It takes a lot of precision to hit it exactly where you want to hit it, and then at the same time, the correct speed and power of it. With use the average hit, I think a lot of times you're not gonna make a ball on this tough equipment.
Yeah, so 6-1 from Maximilian Lechner.
So Snigoki, he's up 6-1 against Thorsten Hitman Homan. He's against the ropes, the German.
Yeah, here's Jonas and here's
Tony
Max.
Robles is down 2-0 against Yup.
I mean, it's really tough to beat that Yap guy. Yeah, he really hangs in there.
Jason Klatt tied at 3.
Okay, so
Dry.
yeah, again,
Mm.
you see, I would like to see a replay. I think it's coming. So again, I feel like, you see, he just had a big stroke, but it's not really how do you say, exploding or
Yeah.
something. It's not.
Like he did in the first few
Yeah,
breaks.
the first few, I felt like he just was giving a little bit more.
Yeah, you need a more snap. The back arm needs to snap more like with the wrist.
So has to go for solids here just because of the 11 doesn't go to the corner. And the 9 ball is a little tricky. But for the solids, the 6 ball is a challenge.
The 6 is the ball is creating this for the solids. It's coming for it now, maybe. No.
He's
Watch out.
playing for the 3 and
Maybe he was trying to come back and forth for the 6 in the other corner. I don't know.
maybe.
By that.
Or
is
maybe he
trying
was going to try it again on the 3 and then move to the 6.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah,
Only he knows.
yeah, and he'll have to go for the 5.
Oh. He's lost cue ball here.
Yeah, still has a 3, but at some point you're just trying to stay at the table instead of, yeah, just be at the table. Like, you know, you can start shooting your way out of there, but at some point, like to me, if I have to shoot this 3 ball, I'm wondering, like, do I really have to do this? Like, come on.
This long 3 ball.
Yeah,
He missed.
and
Left Lechner with opportunities.
yeah, just wondering. I thought that 9 ball was maybe going to open up, but that's the good news. The 3 ball is blocking. It came back.
Let's see if he's gonna select if he's gonna play the 11. I think he's got too much angle on it though.
Yeah,
Play the
he
10.
can shoot the 15, but if that's too long, like if he feels that that's a little bit too crazy, then he can go for the 10 and make sure he gets a little nice. And I mean, it's all about positional play. If the players that do play a good cue ball, they always get the easy shots. Like, it feels like they never really have to shoot the long, stupid angles or the weird shots. Like, they're in control.
The thing is, Jonas has lost the cue ball a few times. The very few times he had opportunities, so to say. You know. And Max hasn't. Well, talking about it, he landed kind of straight there. You want always to have in 8 ball. You always want to have angles, more angles, not straight in, because then you can go move the cue ball around the table much better.
Yeah. Yeah, I do like the 11, 9, 13. So he will go 2 rails forward here, trying to get straight on the 11.
Watch out, side pocket. Oof. Playing with fire.
Reason why I said 11, 9, 13 is because of the 13 is kind of low. So to get back on the 9 ball from the 13 is very tough.
Let's see if he comes up for that 9 ball now.
Yeah, 1 rail, maybe a little left.
He needs to get on that 9 as soon as possible, I think, because that's his problem ball here.
A little nudge on the 7, but I
Nicely
think
done.
it worked out very well.
Perfect.
And if he shoots this to the corner, he can run into the 6. Still be, well, he might, no, I don't think he goes if he runs into the 6, so he might have to follow the cue ball just a little bit.
He's drawing it.
Oh,
Come on,
back to the short rail.
Play the 13.
Oh, strong shot.
And
Good
perfect.
cue ball.
Wow.
And this is what I'm saying, like, he could easily got stupid on this ball and had to shoot the 15 and do a lot of weird stuff. He just is playing a good cue ball and
he's
stays in
perfect.
control.
I mean,
Ooh, and just when I said that,
that shot was impressive because he glued the cue ball on the rail, so he's got an angle going up to the 15.
yeah.
You know. A really good match for Max so far. Making it look easy,
Yeah.
falling in line, staying in line. So this 8 ball,
Yeah, and Well, Jonas has had this opportunity here. Just ran into one ball, had to shoot a longer shot, and then ran into another ball and had to shoot a crazy shot again to where he eventually missed. I mean, this is 8-ball too. I really believe Jonas, when he would get a nice open opportunity, that he could really get into gear and start to play well. But until now, you know, the little chances he has had were a little bit difficult, and he didn't really get going. And then besides that, just the break.
And then on top of it, he's facing Max, who's making it look really easy. It's tough.
Yeah.
He's putting a lot of pressure on Jonas as well. Not only that Jonas' break is not working, you got your opponent running, you know he's kind of running out every opportunity he's got and making it look easy. That's tough to fade. So here, his last break of the match, no matter what.
Okay, now I felt like he did a little bit more, and now the ball goes in. It's so weird. Like, he just does that little bit more, and the spread is really nice too.
Yeah. I think sometimes he puts his hip more into it. The good breaks, he put his hip kind of in more, like a snap with it.
So 13,
Yeah,
and
this is
then
playing
11.
good. The way he's been playing, it looks like it's just a formality here.
Well, he might be going 13, 10, 11, and then he drops down for the 3 balls in the bottom right corner. That's what I would like to do. I think I like to take the 11 out first because it's a little bit higher. The 10 ball, sorry, the 10. If you were low on the 11, it would be tough to get back on the 10. So
I think the correct ball is the 10 ball.
here you go, 10. Come 1 reel down, shoot the 11, and go just 2 reels. Towards the 7.
Nicely done.
Well, one thing that has been very good for him this match is his speed in general. He's been really having the soft touch. The reels do play a little bit fast because it's humid. We're on an island, so it's a little humid, and it doesn't really look like Max is struggling with this at all. To where I was struggling a lot with the speed of the table.
I think Max got to be really happy the way he's been playing this match.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm really impressed the way he's been playing. He's been keeping it simple, have a really good plan how he's gonna sort every rack. The break has been pretty much every break he's been a good hit. Nicely done.
Oh, did get a little straight on the 15, but he can play the short side of the 8.
Yeah.
He can cheat the pocket a little bit and run into the long rail and bump out, so he doesn't even have to be close to the scratch. He can just play 1 rail.
So this 8 ball left for Max to advance on the loser side.
Yeah, I got a little short in this 8 ball.
And he's campaigning to get to the single elimination of this World Championships.
Yeah, and
Down
there it
goes the
goes.
8. What a match from Max.
Yeah, amazing performance. Jonas is like, well, you know, what can I do? No, Maximilian Lechner was very strong and wins 8-1 over Jonas Souto from Spain in a very convincing
Thank you, Tim.
match.
The next round is at 12. We'll be back with some more live action here from San Juan, Puerto Rico at the World 8-Ball Championships. Thank you very much.
Thank you.